Clifton Woodbine.
At your feet will be history next year.
Yeah. But I have to remain focused and keep the concentration.
Jemison.
Go.
Is a sport in an athlete. Shelf life is up to the 35.
And the man is ready for showdown Wednesday, and make history.
After 3, 1, look this way, 2, ready?
Hold on, sorry.
Ready? 1,
2, 3, go!
3.
National colors to discharge your duties with excellence. Very few don't have the experience of representing their country. So to that extent, it is a privilege that you have. And of course, gentlemen, with privilege, there is responsibility. The responsibility to lead from in front, the responsibility to do well, and the responsibility, particularly when you are wearing the national colors, to discharge your duties with excellence.
Hosting us today. We're very happy to be here. In terms of the game on Wednesday, we have tried to get our strongest squad. There was a number of players that were involved with the senior team, 6 to 7 players. We did not get all 6 to 7 players, but we have pooled over 5 to 6 international players to add to the roster that we have here. We'll be very competitive for Wednesday. It's important for us to put our best foot forward. We know that it's not going to be an easy task, but we'll be able to be very competitive.
Your first game is against Dominica. Do you know the style of play? What will be the approach?
Well, our approach varies. There's a lot we don't know about these teams. Very rarely you get to see these teams into action, and it's important for us to be very dynamic, be very mindful of these opponents. What does that mean is that Jamaica is not a very dominant team in yesteryears. It's not like the past years when we, Trinidad along with probably Haiti, used to dominate the Caribbean a lot. What we have to do is we have to be mindful that most of these players from all over the Caribbean, they have gained the opportunity to play in the college league in the USA. They have exposed to good coaching. They have exposed to playing in the USL, one or few in the MLS. So the level of competitiveness has risen. Even Curacao, when you last saw them in the Gold Cup, they were surprising to many. But we know that these teams in the Caribbean, they are not to be taken lightly. A few years ago, we were knocked out at under 20 level by countries that you would have considered to be small countries. What we have to now do is focus on what we can do as a Jamaican team. Look at our identity. Are we playing transition? Are we playing attack? Are we playing defense? We have to be mindful of their strengths, our weaknesses, their strengths, and those are some of the things that we have to think about.
Finally, coach, would you say your squad is physically and mentally prepared and their bid to qualify for the Olympics? Because this is where it all starts.
Yes, definitely. It's a journey for us, and we know that the end result is we want to be in Tokyo for the 2020 games, but this is the start. Our first game will be against Dominican. The team is ready. The mindset of the team is good. We have some amount of experience. 50 to 55% of these players have played in the senior team sometime or the other. Most of these players here are very dominant in the RSPL. I refer to these local set of under 23 players as the golden generation of Jamaica, and I'll tell you why. Because of what Cavaliers did. It's unprecedented what they did. The number of players that they played into the RSPL. Other teams followed through, and most of these players are starters in the RSPL. So a solid foundation has been set, and the ones that we brought in, it's just for us to integrate them now. The mindset is to win. Physically, we're ready. Technically, tactically, we're ready, and it's just for us to execute on the day.